Assalamu alaikum, I'm Shahrbano and my group members are Mubassir Khan and Rabia Lareb. Our topic of presentation is SSH Honeypot. First of all, what is a honeypot? So honeypot is a security mechanism which pretends to be a real target, but in actual it is a decoy system deployed alongside production systems within your network. It is designed to be intentionally vulnerable with weaknesses an attacker will detect and try to exploit, so it is expected to be attacked or compromised. The main goals here are the destruction of an attacker or the gain of information related to the methods and tools that he is using. So we can say that it is a type of deception technology or a virtual trap that allow you to understand attacker's behavior patterns and monitor his activity. This diagram shows the deployment of a honeypot. So here we have deployed a honeypot behind the corporate firewall. Not only it will provide important logging and alerting capabilities, but it can also help us to block outgoing traffic in case the honeypot is compromised so that it cannot be used to pivot toward others' internal assets. Now, what is a SSH honeypot? There were various categories of honeypots, and the category that we picked is SSH honeypot. The SSH servers around the world are widely attacked. So, as the name shows, this honeypot is designed to emulate the SSH service. Its purpose is to discover threats and commands used by attackers that target the SSH service. It can be used to learn about the scripts and attacks that are commonly used against it. Although it is a pretty good deterrent, it's not guaranteed to stop hackers completely. An observant hacker will eventually notice that you have created a honeypot on your server, and he may try different ports to access SSH on your server. But again, something is better than that. So we have implemented endless SSH. The way it works is that basically you put your real SSH server on a different port rather than its designated port 22. Then you run the endless SSH on the port 22 and it pretends to be an SSH server. So that every time an attacker tries to log into it, instead of getting access, he will be stuck in a loop of false errors or long text messages that will be displayed on the screen that will keep the hacker engaged, waste his time, as well as record and monitor his activity. So the SSH banner, basically the loop of false error messages that will be shown is the SSH banner. It will contain some security warning information or general information or random message. The steps that we have followed and implementing it are following. So first of all, we will clone the Git repository. Next, we will install, make and build. In step 3, we will compile the binary by typing the make command. Then we will move the binary to the user local bin folder. And in step 5, we will move service file to etc systemd, and then we will copy the endless SSH service. After that, we will enable the service. In step 7, we will create a folder in SSH and then create a text file called config. And the only thing we need to specify here is the port number, because by default the endless SSH runs on Theta2 port. But here we wanted it to run on port 22, so here we will specify. So in the picture you can see that when the attacker will try to log into it and when he will try to gain access to port 22, a list of random error messages will be shown. This is the SSH banner that will be shown to him, and these are all random warnings and random messages. Each of these messages will show after like 30 seconds, so it will waste a lot of his time. It will keep him engaged, and in the meantime we can monitor the method that he is using, the tools, and his behavior patterns. So all these things can help us to create prevention techniques for our network, and hence it is a very useful security mechanism. Thank you.